Hello, testing 1 2 3. Testing sound. Please let me know if there is something wrong with my sound. Hi guys, welcome to a new live stream testing chat. And here we go. Let me start up Unity. Yep, let me get this out of the way. So welcome. Now we are going to be working on a game. At least I'm going to be working. You could be just watching if you want and trying to learn something, ask me questions. And the game I'm working on is going to be, right now it's called Numero. Actually, this game was uploaded by me and my friend to the Play Store like in 2014. So it's been a long time, and by now Google already took this game down because we asked for some permissions that Google said, oh, you can't ask for the ID of people's phones. So they took it down, and the code that I have for this game is really old. So I just thought maybe I can make it one more time from the beginning. My chair is so noisy, I hate it. Okay, so I can try to make it again from the beginning. Come on. Wait a second. I need some lube for my chair. Okay, I can try to make it again from the beginning. See if I can improve what I did previously, and yeah, try to give it a go, see if you guys can learn something with it. That would be great too, and let's see how it goes. So right now there's 4 people watching already. Hi Master G, this video will upload on YouTube. Yeah, it will keep here. Sam XD, hi, how are you? Okay, let's start. I forgot I have to turn on the display. So here I am. I'm ready with Unity. I'm ready with everything we need. I'm gonna make a new project. Right now the project name is called Numero because that's how I used to call it, but probably I'm going to change the name by the end of this project. So I also want to create a diagram because I want to organize how I'm going to do things. So just create a blank diagram. We don't need to be very professional with the diagram, just so that we can get the ideas. So have landing page. So I just want to lay out what my game is going to be like. So landing, then we have the gameplay. What else do we have? We have, okay, and can you guys see it? I need to make it bigger. My scroll is broken. So we have the pause menu. Landing is when we open the game and what we see at the beginning. We have and I should be looking at the chat as well. Let me get the pop out chat so I can talk with you guys. So if you didn't know, I can pop out the chat like this. I'm gonna put it on the other monitor so I can see if you guys have any comments. So I can pause the menu. I have a pause menu. What other things do we have in a mobile game? Ranking, right? Ranking system so that you can see your score, because this is a game where you have to get a top score, a high score. So basically the game, if for those of you who don't know, you have to click the numbers in the correct order and break as many as possible within the time limit. And if you have combos, you increase your time limit. So that's basically the game. So what other things do we have in a game? So we have a landing, We have a gameplay, we have a post menu, we have a ranking. I don't know what else. You guys can try to tell me in the comments too if you can help me think. Oh yeah, let's we need to think that a mobile game might have ads. So I hate forcing ads on people because I don't like watching ads. But we could have over how you call those, optional ads. So for example, if I lose and I want to continue from that point, I can play a video ad once and then I can continue, maybe get extra 10 seconds or something like that. So optional ads. So if we lose the time's up, we get asked if we want to watch an ad first, a video ad, and then if we watch it, we'll get 10 more seconds to try to get more combos and get on with the game. Otherwise, we'll just start again. And anything else? Login, maybe? We need login, yes. I'm not sure how we're going to do the login. Maybe we are going to use Facebook login or create an account. We could have a nice little server with our usernames, our user accounts. So let's start with this first. We're gonna make the core of the game first. We're gonna make it local, and then we're going to make the ranking online. So Master G, which game you make? So we're making a small game, a mobile game, where I have a video actually. Let me find the video. Oops, there was a problem playing the video. I can download it. So please give me a second, and I want to open this. Oh, come on. It just jumped all over my desk. I want to drink some soda because I'm just tired. Alright, so I can't download the video. I'm trying to reply to Master G what kind of game we're making. Clockwork, hi, how are you doing? So the game basically, I can show you some pictures. I have pictures. So let me bring this over here. So as you see, the screenshot is from a very long time ago. So open this. So this is how the game used to look like. I had two modes. One is like there was no time, you just try to complete a set of numbers. The other one was a time attack where it's infinite, but you have to do it before the time's up. So then you see the screen is like that. There will be different numbers and you have to break the numbers in ascending order. So 101, 102, 103, etc. And once you break half of the board, the ones you broke will disappear and will be filled with new numbers so that you can keep going on and on again and again. So it's a very simple game. But I think it's good to learn some basic concepts. It's good for me to try to I don't know, make games, try more stuff, put it on the Play Store, maybe in the App Store, and see if some people plays it, and maybe if people like it, we can develop more on it. So everyone wins. Clockwork, just found your videos yesterday. I found the database one so useful. And that's nice. I'm glad you liked it. I'm learning more PHP because I want to set up a better server, so I'm planning on doing a series, intermediate series. I can't make an advanced series because I'm not good myself. I'm not good enough to make an advanced series, but definitely I'm going to make an intermediate series of database where we're going to maybe set a database for a small RPG game. So we will have users, we'll have registration, we'll probably have asset bundles, download asset bundles, update the game through the server, etc. All those cool stuff that you can use and do on a server with PHP. We're trying to do it. SJ Omas, how are you, Thomas? How are you? Thank you for joining us tonight, SJ Thomas. You're very special. Clockwork sounds awesome. I'm glad. So please be looking forward for it. Master G, I make a multiplayer game and I won't do when the player can join to this player. Oh, so you have to. Okay, I will make more multiplayer. I will make a multiplayer tutorial someday. So, but I can send you some nice website with some nice written tutorials if you want about Unity Network. So, SJ Thomas, thanks for joining. Right now, I think you just arrived. What we're doing, we're going to make a mobile game. It's going to look like this. So you break the blocks in ascending order, and the blocks will start to reappear once you break half of the board. So, I'm gonna use the graphics I did because I did this game in the past, and now Google threw it down. It pulled it down because the privacy terms and that kind of things. So I have the graphics here that I did long ago. I made them in Photoshop. So we're going to use these graphics to make the game. And what we were doing was I was making a diagram with all the things that we're going to be needing. So here and here. So we're going to need a landing page. We're going to need the gameplay, pause menu, the ranking system, which we're going to make local first. Then we're going to add optional ads to get extra score or something like that. Let me get a sip of Coke. Okay, sorry about that. So, and we're what I usually do when I start making a project, I just try to lay down everything on the table, so it's easy for me to know what I have to create, like which classes I have to create, which variables, etc. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna use this. So let's say that in the landing we are going to have a landing class. So this is going to give functionality to the UI buttons. In gameplay we're going to have a game controller, right? So actually pretty much one controller for each part. Game controller. Pause menu. We could set the pause menu. Okay, we can make a class for that too. So basically all those things that we mentioned here, we're going to make a class for it. So I feel a little bit silly. We just made it from the beginning. But anyways, the optional ads, we will talk about that later. We're gonna add the ads at the end. So we're gonna add the ads after we make all the core functions. So this is the pause menu. And this is the ranking. So let me read some of the comments. I make a multiplayer. I do it, but when the app crash, it's not updated to database. Okay, yeah, maybe later, Master G, you can send me some message and we can talk about your project privately, so I can pay more attention on you. Does that sound good? And now, Cryo1. Hello, what kind of game is planned? Well, It's just a simple game. I'm gonna show it one more time, guys. Sorry that I show it a few times already. So it's something like this. Here. So basically you have blocks with numbers and you break the numbers in an ascending order. So for example, this one, not this one, this one, this one. So you got 101, 102, 103, and you break the numbers ascendingly within the time given, and there will be more and more numbers with more time. So let's start. I'm still using Unity 2017, but you could use any version that you like. I forgot to set this as a 2D project, so you can go to edit, project settings. I forgot where, editor, and here default behavior mode 2D, and this actually helps you to import everything. When you import images, they will be imported with the sprite settings rather than texture settings, so that's a nice thing. So I'm going to be using Canvas for this project, so all the things you will see on the screen will be basically buttons from the canvas. We'll work here on the scene view. I'm going to set my canvas, and I'm just gonna go quickly. I don't want to make this a tutorial. If you have questions, ask me in the comments. I don't think we will have enough time if I just go slowly through everything like I usually do in my tutorials. So I'm just gonna speak while I do things. So I usually like to scale with screen size, and I set a reference resolution of 1080 and 1920. Sometimes I'll speak in Chinese, sometimes I'll speak in other languages because I'm weird. Sorry guys. So and yeah, this display needs to be aspect ratio of what is it, 9:16. That's like default screen for phones right now. Like for example, my phone is ratio is 2:1. So Paul Burkhoff, hey, what were you making? Okay, so I would say one more time, it's like a very simple game. You have to break the blocks with the numbers in ascending order, and the numbers will refresh once you break half of the board up. Okay, sorry about that. Oh yeah, you were up there. I got tricked. Okay, anyway, let's continue. So let's make a UI, shall we? So no, let's do this properly. I should download all the textures that we're going to be using. So I go back to my drive. So if you're the programmer of your game and you have an artist, you should tell your artist, okay, so just upload everything in the folder, and you should be able to just download it and put it on your game. So you see I have a wood button. I also need the broken wood button sprite. That's when you break the button. We have this background, this, and at that time I didn't know that it's better to like have a texture atlas or something like that. So just let's download all of these things. Music off, music on, pause, play, restart, another background, has some other graphics that I didn't use afterwards. A clock, a coffee, a share button, what else? And that's it. No, that's not all. There's some more stuff. So let's download this. Meanwhile, so it's zipping files, and also I have the background. So in the background there's like this tree. I actually got inspired by other games, so it's really similar to other games download. I didn't copy it though. I didn't like totally copy it, just very similar. So get that too. Numero, cover, objects. Oh yeah, so I have a rank button, have ascending, descending, so you could have different, we could have different types. So numbers descending, numbers ascending. Play, I don't know what's this. Oh, we can use this for the play at. We have a blue sky. Why do I have two button ranks? So this one and this one. Which one's better? I think I like the one on top better. Oh, what is it? One for when I press it and one when it's not pressed? I don't know. I forgot. This is like 4 years ago. So I don't care. I would just take everything. You know, what's the difference between these two? I don't know. Again, I would just take everything. Get. I even use the black filter to make the effect. So I had a 3D block. Okay, let's just take everything, and we'll see what we use and what we don't use. So, Alvin, hello, how are you? Let me try to get your name correctly. Rifaldi Tuff? I don't know. Where is your name from? Good job. Thanks. So there seems to be quite a lot of people. So I'm happy that you all are here. Where is the here? Oh wow, there are 16 people watching. Wow, I didn't expect that. Okay, so welcome everyone. Let's continue with this development. So we have the files. We're downloading the rest of the files. Wait, I need to. Can I just open this? Yes, I can. So I'm gonna take all this and I'm going to drag it into our project. So I'm going to create a folder here called sprites. Drag this into the oops. Oh. No? I can't do this? I do it all the time. Oh. Because it's a zip file. So okay, let me put this here. we cannot copy it from a zip file. We need to make it a folder first. So let me get rid of some stuff. I don't want you guys seeing my pictures that are in my folder. I don't feel like showing my face yet. So okay, here. So what is this? Sprites. What is this thing? So anyway, we have these 3 folders that we downloaded. So we're going to we can just extract it here. Extract here. Extract here. And where's the last one? This one. Extract here. Oh. Repeated items. Anyway, so then we have a bunch of sprites. So I'm going to take all the sprites. I don't want these zip folders. I'm going to take all the sprites, and now we're going to drag it into Unity. There we go. Drink some Coca-Cola. So you guys like Pepsi or Coke? I'm afraid of saying my answer and then you guys will like unsubscribe and dislike this video. But yeah, I think both are fine. Just need the sugar and the caffeine inside, really. So let's start by making the landing page. So here we need the landing. So what kind of things we'll find in landing? So we'll find, oh no, come on Lucas. Okay. So in landing we'll have the login button, right? We'll have the play button. We'll have the ranking button. Come on. And then we will have the, what else? Anything else? We'll have the, I don't know. Let's go with those three first. So then, play will take us to game controller. Login will just pop up something there. Pause menu is during the gameplay. So we have this button that will open this menu. Game controller. What else do we have? Not really many buttons. The ranking is going to take us to this here. Oh, come on. There you go. So let me put this over here. This here. And actually we could swap these two like that. So from the landing we can check the ranking, we can log in, and we can play. And from the game controller we can pause. Of course here we can quit. We can restart. We can resume. We can, what else can we do? We can sound off. What else we can do? So many things we can do. So quit will take us back to the landing. So I'm just going to, I'll make an arrow from here back to the landing. It's starting to get a little messy here. Let me take that arrow. Oh. Come on, no. Come on. It's harder than it looks like. Sorry guys, I don't want to waste too much time on this. So the pause menu, the quit will take us to the landing. So quit takes us here. Resume and restart take us back here. So basically it's the same. And resume as well. So resume takes us there, and that's just an option. And oh yeah, play add, that's optional. So basically that's our game flow. We turn on the app, we get here in landing, we can do this, we go play here, over there, ranking, we can see the ranking from the landing. Basically, so let's start doing this. So here we are. I'm not sure if we should use different Unity scenes, or we could just use the classes to separate the different pages or the different states of our game. So for example, the landing is actually just a current state of the game, and we don't actually need to load another scene. So let's see how it works. Let's do the landing first, and we'll see how we go with it. So I already set the canvas, the resolution, the reference resolution, and everything. So I'm going to start setting some images. So I'm gonna go first with the background. Just extend it all over. And if you have questions, remember to let me know. Hi, okay, let me read some comments. Good job. How are you today? I prefer Coke. Okay. Yeah, I like both. Sometimes I like Pepsi, sometimes I like Coke. It's Jomas. Anything with sugar, yeah, it keeps me awake. Hardik Nakarani. Are you develop this game for 180 and 190 and 1920 screen resolution only, or for all resolution? Well, I use a reference resolution of this, but if the resolution is different, Unity, if we set the anchors properly, so you will see later when I do the UI, we will have some safe area. So the safe area means that we can have some space here that is going to be sure to fit in most phones. So how I explain it? The anchors, if we fix the anchors properly, we the UI will know how to adjust, and hopefully it will fit different resolutions. Now, if you have too many different resolutions, so for example, horizontal and vertical, totally different, right? Then you probably need to design two sets of UI and switch between them accordingly. So, Casting Law, well, that's my friend. That's the friend I made this game with, and no, it was not originally your idea, man. It was our idea. So, yeah, just ignore my friend for now. But yeah, shout out to Sing Law. He's my friend since high school, and actually when I start making games, I started with him. So we go way, long way back. So yeah, it's nice. I didn't know you watch my live streams, man. I really didn't know. Mr. Blop, what game you making? So I'm making a game where you break blocks numbers in ascending order, and you have to try to do it as quick as possible and get your score accordingly. So we'll get to it soon. I hope we can finish this game soon. So the background, I press F2 to rename. Let's start working now, guys. So background, select sprite blue sky. Blue sky here. You can just drag it on top. I'm gonna add the filter. Just gonna duplicate it. Black filter. And we can make it less intense. So it's just like a effect. What else? So this is what is it called? This is vignette or something like that. And now we start with the graphics. So inside the background, I like to have things with a hierarchy. So inside the background, I'm going to create an image. I'm going to call it title. So this, of course, is just where is it? Number title. Yeah, I'm just setting the positions and everything. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, you can multiply the numbers inside your values here. So you don't have to calculate a value before. So for example, I want to make this 95% of the original size. So what I have to do is here, I just times 0.95, and here times 0.95, and then it actually works. It multiplies for you. So Unity was very clever in doing this. I didn't really like it even less. So times 0.80. No. Times 0.8. There you go. So I have the title. Then I need the options. So I'm going to create an empty object. Oh, this is way too. Okay. This object is going to. Yeah, just be there. Okay, let's add an image so we can see it. I just want to see the size of the object. So Timo Heller, are you including something like an inventory, or is there no time in 1 week? So for this game, I don't think we need an inventory. We could do that in another. We could do that in another video, maybe a challenge for making a short RPG game or something. I would like to make 1 week programming challenges or 1 week game jam. So we try to make the game within a week. But yes, I don't think there's time for an inventory in this one. If you want to see an inventory, actually in the RPG series, I have an example around episode 30. Around there is inventory. Master G, are you finished this today? No, I don't think we can finish it today, but I hope we can make the whole backbone of the game today. Your voice is so quiet. You need me to make the volume higher? I can talk louder if you want. So please let me know if there is I'm not loud enough, and I will speak louder. Yeah. So let's continue here. Game object. This is going to be the options. I want it bigger, so I'm gonna anchor it. So let me think. Yeah, it will just be a point on space. So I don't really care, because I'm going to be 0, 0, 0. Just a point on space. We don't need this image. We don't need canvas renderer. And inside here we're going to have here's where we will have the buttons, like the options, right? So we said our landing has login, ranking, play. Let's change that. So I need to see all my graphics. We have we actually have this, which is empty, so that's nice. We could change it later. So first is login. So next is play, and third you'll see your ranking, right? So these all are actually buttons. So let's add the button script, and I also want to create a text component. gonna select them all, make them bigger, so just take up all the space, and then the size should be something like 50, or even more. Put in the middle, and there's people screaming downstairs. Should I play some music? I feel it's quiet, and sometimes I have some silence by myself, so let me know if you guys want to hear something. We can be a radio. I would just find some music on YouTube. I don't want to disturb you, like be annoying though. So first one should be log in. So if we log in, then it would just say our username. Then here is play. So we'll change that for another icon later. And here is the ranking. So we actually had a ranking button, if I remember correctly. This one. So we could actually, yeah, we could, ranking could be, yes, this. Set native size. And then we don't need the text. Screw you text. So ranking, we could have it like here. Something like that. Alright. So this is our landing. So I'm gonna let me think, because I don't really like separating scenes in Unity if it's not totally necessary. So I'm just going to, okay, let me finish the background first. Because inside here we could have another, for example, I could call this landing, and this landing here, just same as the background. So copy component, paste component values, and then this here landing will just contain everything that we have there. Yep. So everything will be contained in this landing. So when we are playing, we will turn off the landing, and we'll turn it on when we come back. So that way we don't actually need to load scenes, like different Unity scenes. We don't have to load, like don't destroy, unload, and all those things. We could just turn on and off the panels, because it's not a lot of data, it's not a lot of memory that we're handling. So that's going to be the landing. In the background, we're still going to have background stuff. So for example, the trees, I have some trees. So here, this tree. So I'm going to create some trees in the background. So if you didn't know, you can press this button, set native size, and it will increase the size of your sprite to match the original size. So now it's a little bit small. I want to make it times 1.5 times 1.5. Yeah, decent size. So there, 1 and 2 and 3. I love trees, they're so pretty. Alright, and we could have more if we want, so I could just make a dense forest. So why is a forest? Because I don't know. Because you're chopping wood, right? So your chop wood, you'll be in the forest where there's tons of wood. I'm gonna take random trees and make them a little bit darker. So you, which one? This one. White. Should be this one. That needs to be a little darker. Yeah, something like that. And all this, we're going to group them. So I'm going to make a empty object called trees. Again, I'm going to paste component values, and all these images are going to go in here, and I can just rename them all to be tree. So there you go. And then trees, we put them, of course, behind the landing and their background. So okay, let's keep going. We haven't touched any coding yet. Oh, Christ. Okay. Let's make some coding. So I am going to make a new game object. I'm going to call it main. And inside here, I'm gonna add our first class. I'm gonna call it main as well. And yeah, I'm going to try something that I don't usually do. So I hope you guys can learn something from this practice. So scripts. Let's add main here. I'm going to make a script called, come on. I'm going to make a script called landing. I'm going to make a script called, my computer's so slow, I don't know what's happening. Game controller. I'm going to make a script called pause menu. Pause menu. Remember, press F2 to rename something magically. Pause menu. So these are all classes. So let's go into all of them. Now we're touching code. So today we're just going to make the front end of this app, but if we're going to do the ranking, I think we will be using my English already broke. My English usually breaks at 1:30 in the morning. If we're making the ranking online, probably we're going to be using the things we learned in the PHP and the MySQL series, the easy database series, probably, or you could use Google Play service. That really depends on you and how you're making your game. So I'm gonna do something barbaric, and I'm going to remove mono behavior. Of course, you could have your landing here in this game object, but I just show you. But I said I want to do something a little bit different this time. So, yeah. I want to see how it goes, and I think as well you could learn something from this approach. So, landing is not going to add a mono behavior component here. Just going to make it like this. And main, however, main is going to be our mono behavior. So here I'm going to have a public, or it doesn't have to be public, but make it public. Landing. Yeah. So landing is going to have a game object. not going to have a start function, we're going to have an init function, or it could be a constructor, and an update is going to be public update. But it's not, because now we're not mono behavior, so this function is not actually going to be called by itself. There's a noisy truck outside. This function is not going to be called by itself, so we will have to call it from here. So here we're going to call landing dot update if we want to update it. So only if landing is active, we're going to update the landing. Right now we don't need this. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do it. And I have to stop getting into tutorial mode because this is just a development blog. And yes, not supposed to talk too much. All right. What else? So I have the landing. We have to make this as well. So the game controller, it's not mono behavior. Then the pause menu is pause menu. Double click, not mono behavior. I don't have that thing. All right, so that's the scripts we have to make. Now here in main, I have to make this is going to be our main script that is going to control everything basically. So on start, I'm going to find this game object. Yeah, I'm going to, no, I don't need to, do I need to? Okay, so we can do it like this. Landing equals new landing. And there you go. Game controller, we need one, so public game controller, public. And when I first did this, I was thinking, why can I call my variable the same as my class? Like, will it make some problems with Visual Studio or something? Or when do I know it's the class? When do I know it's the variable? At the beginning for me it was very confusing too, but then I actually think it's intuitive, because unless your class is static, which if it's static you couldn't make an instance of it, so or you can have a static instance, but my point is, when you want to access the properties of an instance, let's say this one here, you will know when it is like landing. You'll see here is a field landing, and if you didn't have this field, it would just be asking for the class. I don't know, is how to explain it. You'll get used to it. It's at the beginning it feels a little bit confusing, but it's not that confusing at all actually. Yeah, just try it and you feel what I mean. Yeah, so let's continue. Game controller equals new game controller, and finally pause menu. I don't know if pause menu should be part of the game controller, because we only open it in game controller. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. So pause menu. And let me see if anyone has any question. I'm really enjoying this project idea. Nice. Brefleben. Can't see the coding part. Oh, sorry. Let me make it. Oh, was I coding on the? I'm really stupid. God, come on, guys. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I was coding on the right all the time, like in my other monitor. I'm seriously silly. Okay, so I will take you through what I was doing. The main here, main. Come on, what? So stupid. Sorry, guys. I was coding on the other monitor. Basically, we made a main class which is only going to be our only mono behavior. So our other classes like the pause menu, the game controller, and landing class, they're just going to be classes. And we're going to have a reference for each of them in our main class. So that's the thing we're going to try, which is not like usually people code with Unity, but it's still legit. It's a legit way of coding, and I think it's not bad to try it. You guys might learn something. So basically, we create a new instance of each of these classes that we made. So we always need to access our main class to do everything. So our main class, of course, should also have a public static. Should we? No, not really, because we're actually doing everything from. Yeah, we can do it here. Public static main, and it's called let's call it instance. So first we're going to make instance equals to this, right? So okay, nice. Now we have the landing, and we have also the gameplay, right? So game play, let's call it gameplay. Alright, so the gameplay is going to be a little bit different. The title of the gameplay would be something like ascending, set native size, and then instead of having options, we will have the blocks. Now I do need an image. I'm gonna set everything later. Right now this is going to be something like here, like this, but I'm going to set the anchors to something like 0.1 and 0.9, and here is going to be like 0.2 to 0.2. This is 0.8. So where is it? Around here. There we go. So what did these buttons went up? I'm not sure. Oh yes, I know why. We don't need these buttons. The blocks. This is where we're going to have those little blocks with numbers, right? Something like that. So it's half of the screen. Remember that we're going to turn off our landing when we're playing here. So blocks is going to be grid layout. Yay. So let's try it with an image inside. The image can be another color. We're trying. So blocks. The cell size is going to be something like 250. Is it 200? Is it too big? 200 times 200. and we're going to have a constraint of I don't know, fixed column counts. It's going to be fixed columns, 5 columns. Let's look at this. It's a little bit too big. So originally I had something 4 times 5. Did I? Let me see the reference picture. So originally the game had 4 times 5. Sorry about that. So the constraint count is 4. So we'll have 20 blocks. Of course we'll create these through code later, but right now I just want to check how it looks like. So blocks, they will have a spacing of 5 and 5, too little, 15, 15. Oh yeah, and the child alignment is going to be middle center, like that. So, well, you can try with different resolutions if you're afraid that it's going to go wrong. So we could try something like 1 to 2. So that's like other phones. So you see the trees came up, and that's not nice. So trees, please get your stuff together. Here, trees should have a bottom anchor point, like this. Oh god, no. Like this. And then we set the position here in Y. First of all, the pivot needs to be at 0, and then we set the position here in 0. So the trees will be down there. We can make them a little bit lower. And now you will see if we change the resolution again to 9 to 16 and back to 1 to 2, it's pretty much similar. So I remember someone there asked about can it work with different resolutions? Yes, it can work. You have to work on your anchors and see how you fit everything. Hi Kriya. Hi Duke, how are you? I'm doing well, if you wonder. Right now we just finished doing the different blocks. Yes, these blocks here. Let's change the image to a where is it? Here it is, the wood button. So images, we choose them all. Wood button. We don't want this color. It's an ugly color. The original, or maybe a little bit darker. I don't know. We'll see. Just original first. Set the native size. I can't set the native size because the size is being controlled by the grid layout. So I have to see the original size. The original size is 196 times 216. So we can do that here. 196 times 216. Come on. All right. So if you want them a little bit bigger, you can use the multiplication trick that I show you. I think it's okay. Remember, all this size will be relative to the canvas reference resolution. So if you change this, the sizes are going to be a little bit different. So remember to set this, otherwise you will see different results in high resolution monitors. So let's go back to the blocks here. Each of these buttons is actually each of these blocks here is actually a button, and we can actually set the buttons here. We'll do that later, not now. And can everyone hear me? I don't know if I'm too low or too loud or something. New over here and really interested by coding programming. By the way, did you know if I can have Unity in 32? You mean 32 bits? Like, because I think that the newest versions of Unity, they already deprecated 32 bits versions of Unity. So I think right now only the newest versions you only can get 64 bit. But Unity 5.4, 5.6, I think you can still get it in 32 bit. Yes, I think so. You can check the website to be sure. So, alright. What we're going to do now is toggle between the gameplay and the landing. So we have the landing and we have this gameplay. Right? So, oh, and the blocks doesn't need to have this image. Actually, just was for reference. So, so first of all, we need to find here, trees, landing, gameplay. We need to go to our code here. In landing, when we create it, we'll have the constructor, or we could just call initialize. I'm just gonna make it constructor because I want to show you guys constructors in case you didn't know what a constructor is. It's a function that is called whenever you create an object from a class. So public landing. So game object equals that's gonna be a problem. If I call this game object, then I can't call, there will be ambiguity because I cannot call Unity engine dot game object dot find. That's something I wanted to do. So maybe we're not going to use game objects as the name. Well, that's one problem, and you have to do this because game object does not have a okay, I found an error reading what I said at the beginning. Dude, you're welcome. So sorry, I randomly replied to the messages. I'm just gonna do it like that. You find landing, or we could make it from the main. However, I think this will work. So here, oh no, we can call it something like panel, right? Because it's like the panel that we're using, that the window or panel. You can call it window. I'm gonna call it panel. Okay, so it's not the game object because we don't actually have a game object right now. So I'm just gonna call it panel, and then we could just use this like that, and it'll feel better. Panel, pause menu, because all these things are panels, right? So they could even have a panel, extend a panel thing, like a panel base class or whatever. So a constructor doesn't have a return type, so it cannot be void or boolean or anything. So it's just public game controller, and then you make your initializing function here. So panel equals gameplay. Yes. in landing, we'll have all our properties. So landing, if you go all the way back to our diagram, you see that here landing has a login, a ranking, and a play. So those are actually buttons. So first we need to tell Visual that we're using UI. So here, and I keep treating this as a tutorial. Make it public. Yay. If you don't like doing things through code, of course you could do this through mono behavior. So you could have like mono behavior. I don't know why I'm not doing it like that. I just want to try, but mono behavior, and then you set the references to your buttons within the inspector. And that's one of the nice things about Unity, that if you don't like or you don't feel comfortable facing a lot of code, you could use all mono behaviors are all like everywhere, and then set your reference on the inspector and make much more use of the inspector. Right now I'm not going to, because I want to follow this pattern and try for myself, see the results, see if there is any difference, the overall experience of creating a project using this approach. So here in the landing we have the options. We have find options. We could call them buttons. I'm going to call them buttons. So rename this immediately buttons. Buttons, and then we're going to create find ranking button, which is, I think it's just called ranking. Yes, the ranking. Get component button. Oh right, we haven't saved this scene, so I'm going to save this scene as main. So we have the buttons here. Making some comments. So first we're going to go with the play button. Oh, right here. This is play button. This is login button. So how do we give functionality to the buttons through code? And wait, let me read a comment. Clamorious. Hi, I just arrived. What kind of game do you make? Sorry, you probably explained it a lot. Yes, yeah, everyone arrived and asked for the game, but we're playing a game where we press buttons in order. The buttons are actually blocks of numbers. So here we have a lot of blocks with numbers. Something like this. So you press the buttons in increasing order and within a certain time, and if you get quick combos, you can increase your time. So yeah. Duke, bit sad, need to go. Oh, will we put the stream as video after you finish? Yes, of course, we will have the archive after we finish this stream. The stream is going to last probably a half more hour, and because I also need to sleep. But yeah, around 2:30 a.m. Right now it's almost 2 a.m. here. So I hope that every day I can update more and more. So I will work and show you guys what I do. And if you have any suggestion for the game, you can leave it in the comments while I'm not here, or you can post it when I'm streaming. So Duke, thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed, and for the rest of us, let's continue making this awesome game. So now we're giving functionality to the buttons. So first I'm going to get the play button. I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you. So play button dot on click, and bye Duke. See you next time. On click, we're going to add a listener. So how we add a listener with a lambda expression. And here we're going to pass it to main. So we're going to call a function from main instance. And here we want to I'm thinking how we do it. So do we have a function called play on the main panel, or do we have separate functions in the main class and we call them accordingly based on what landing things is appropriate? So there's different approaches we can take. I couldn't say which one is better or which one is wrong. Just try to do what you feel like feels better, or what feels like is more suitable to your project. So because for example we could have a function called toggle panel, and then we just toggle off and on a panel accordingly. Our game is not very big. There's not tons of panel. So I'm just going to make different functions here. So for example, public void play. So what this would do, nope, just this. What this would do would be like close the landing, open play, gameplay, and call gameplay dot play. Something like that. So or even just call this and gameplay will turn on itself, because you know it has its own functions. So let's do it like that. So here I'm going to we could access the game controller, the game object directly. We could do that, yeah. So here landing dot panel dot set active false. Then game controller dot play. We don't have okay, so we don't even need this. We don't even need. Okay, just keep doing. Let's keep doing it like this. So main instance, and here we're going to call play, right? Because we want to play from main. So main is going to say, okay, you want to play, so we have to turn your panel off, and we're going to call play on the game controller. So now we have to define this function here. Public void play. And I'm sure there's a better way to do it. And Clemorius asked an interesting question. Are we using our phone to test a build, or are we going to use Unity Remote? Well, I totally forgot about that. So I could try installing Unity Remote. I made it work in the past, so I can try to show you how I set it. But I also usually try to build into my phone because I think it will be more accurate. Although you need much more time to test that way, right? So maybe use both ways. Remote for small changes, and when I make a big change or something I want to test, I put it on the phone and actually try it inside the phone. So yeah, when we get to the testing stage, we're going to try it on the remote and see if we can make it work. So play here. So first, panel dot set active false. That's if someone just asks us to play. Anyone who asks us to play. Sorry, not false. True. We need to make sure that our panel is true, so we're visible. So I'm making so many comments like it's a tutorial. Well, that's my nature, I think. Trying to explain things. Make visible, and then I want to what? Want to play. I still don't have a play. I don't have a play behavior yet. I don't have the code for that. So and here in main, we're going to make this. And game controller, quit. So why? Because this is only happening once at the beginning, right? So we want our panel of the game controller to be off after we set it, after we start it. It's going to be here, but it's going to be off. So if we play it, I think if there is no error, gameplay should be turned off. Yeah, and landing is on. And if I press play, can I press play? I can't press play. Raycast target. This vignette is an image over the whole background, the whole everything. So it was blocking the raycast. So that's why I couldn't press the button. So gameplay turns off. If I press play, landing turns off and gameplay turns on. And there should run our game behavior, which would be like ready, go, and then the numbers appear and you can start hitting on numbers and cracking the blocks. So okay, Clemorius has some more comments. I already built some APK, not so hard to do, just need a lot of side things for that, and rooted phone. Oh, you don't need to root the phone. If you just need to allow outside sources. Maybe you can try BlueStacks. It's an Android emulator for. Oh yes, I've never used it, but yeah, I've heard of it, and some people I know also use it. I usually just go directly into building on my phone, because whenever I build something for Android, I think I just build very small things, so it's actually really fast to transfer to my phone. So, but yeah, great suggestions, BlueStacks. So let's keep tying this up. I'm starting to get tired. I need more Coke. I'm just gonna mute my microphone when I drink, because I don't want to make those, like, my microphone captures all my sounds. I don't want to make weird sounds when I drink. All right. So now we need to make the behavior for the game, right? We have some of the behavior for the landing. We haven't have a ranking yet, so actually we could finish the landing behavior first. So as what we did with the gameplay, we just need to duplicate this, call it ranking, and let's assume that we have a ranking here. I'm gonna get rid of this and this and just have the ranking. So it could be this board. Oops. What do I want? I want the blocks. This one. Yeah. It'd be better. So I'm just gonna paste it here. I'm gonna get rid of the grid layout, and I'm going to have an image with this wood landing background, and I'm going to call this ranking. And of course we don't need all the buttons inside. Goodbye. So here we'll have a ranking with names. Maybe top 10, or you can scroll, whatever you like. So I'm just going to add a vertical layout group, just because I'm too lazy to do it myself. So that's why we have those kind of scripts. I'm going to align it here, there, and there, and this is going to be upper left, no, upper middle, upper center here. That this text is going to be, of course, a little bit bigger. We're going to force width expansion. This is going to be something like 30. $40, $50, but it's so small. Okay, and I don't know, something like Lucas, and then the score, so something like 9. It's over 9,000. So we have two texts here, and put them opposite to each other. I don't care really too much right now, because this is just to show the, it's just to show this. Spacing, something like 10. The text size still so small. Let's do 100. Something like that. Yeah, that looks nice. And right here, padding. We need some padding on top. The top 25, something like that. Yeah, there you go. You could do a scroll view if you want, or you can just limit it to like 8 different top 8 or whatever you want. So this is going to be the ranking. Oops. There you go. So here again, ranking. We need to get that script. Do we have it? We don't have it. So create C# ranking. So ranking later is going to get the information from the server, of course. That's gonna be fun. Here, public ranking. Public game object panel panel equals, just copy from here. Just fine. Oh, okay. Now, this can be a problem if there is an object called ranking, which there is for this button here. So I have the landing and the buttons. You see there is a button here called ranking. So if it finds that first, we're going to be in trouble. So you could have a direct path to it. So it would be canvas background ranking. So I could do here canvas background ranking, or you could see other ways to find it. Ask me if you want to know more. Have to go 2 a.m. in China. Can't wait to see the replay and future streams of this project. Good stream. Thank you, Clemorius. I'm glad you like it. So you're staying in China. So right now I'm in Hong Kong, and yeah, here is 2:12 a.m. as well. So I know what you mean. It's really late. So we're going to continue this for a little while longer. I'm gonna finish the landing page, and then we're going to go to sleep and continue tomorrow. So thank you for joining, Clemorius. I'll see you next time. So let's continue. We have the panel here, the ranking. Let's go a little bit faster. I said it's dangerous because you can find another object called ranking, and then everything will break, right? So make sure by giving it the specific path. Now, just like the gameplay, we're going to set panel false, because when we start, we don't want to start by showing the ranking system. And then again, when we press here in landing, we have the ranking button. On click, actually it's just the same. Main instance, we could do it just like this: ranking dot panel dot set active true. And we don't have that ranking, so we need to set it here in main public ranking. I don't know if this is going to be a problem because we create a landing and we make this, but at that point we haven't actually created the new ranking because we create the new ranking here. So let's see if there is any problem with that. Seems that there's no problems. If I press ranking, there is the ranking. And now we need to, of course, have a back button, back to landing. So we need a cross or something. So I'm just gonna edit. I'm just gonna add the cross there somewhere. So ranking has the rankings, right? Is a vertical layout. I'm gonna duplicate this, put it inside here. Just fixing this kind of so image. One of them don't need the image anymore, so with this one I'm just gonna get rid of it. And then this ranking here, we can actually add the button of the cross, so we can close the panel. Boop. Set native size and move it up here, here on the right, and put it here. Just gonna put it here for now, just for now. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna make a better UI in the future. So button, and again we're going to find. We're going to call this. We're going to call it cross. Although it's an X, it's still a cross. Call it 45 degrees cross. And then Morris said, I have to go to China. He's intending for studying art. Okay, that's nice. So good luck with your studies. Hope everything goes well. Let's continue here. Ranking. We need to use this UI. So now we're going to make a little bit of the ranking as well. So we have the button. Cross button. So basically it's to close it. So cross button is equals to panel.transform.find cross dot get component button. Basically the same we did in landing, and now we're going to give it a function. So cross button dot on click dot add listener, and the expression function we want. So function we want is basically panel dot set active false. So this is going to happen whenever we press that cross. So now we can try it here. Press play, everything should close except landing. Gameplay and ranking, they're gone. We press on here. Now we press here, and we can show the ranking. We can play, and we go back here. And that's it, I think. For now, of course. For now. So some things we didn't do at the beginning. Build settings. I'm gonna add this scene, and I'm going to change this to Android. Oh, I haven't. Okay, I have no Android module. So that's the thing we're going to do on the next episode. I'm going to, or whenever we want to build it and test, we're going to install the Android and do it in one episode. Not now, because now it's getting really late, guys. So, but again, we have the basic flow of the landing. So when we have the server, we're going to work with login and the online ranking. But in the coming few days, we're just going to focus on doing this, the game phase. So the game phase, the game controller here. At the end, we're going to add ads. We're going to have the online ranking and online login, maybe Facebook login. So that's something I missed. Login, maybe Facebook. So ads and ranking system, all this will be online stuff. So I hope you liked our I hope you likes. I hope you guys are liking this. Please talk more to me in the comments if you have any questions or if you would like to know something specific. All your questions are welcome. All your suggestions for the game. So if you have any idea for adding something interesting, just let me know. I will add it, and then you can try the games, download it from the App Store, Play Stores yourself. So thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry, this is where my battery starts to run out. I really need to sleep. So you guys are so awesome. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. And remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I saw my analytics and it says that like something like 80% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. So that was a little reminder for me that I have to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel as well. Brave Flabin, thank you, it was fun to see. Have a good night. Thank you. Have a good day or good night depending on your time zone, and I'm really happy that you were here watching. Around the same time, probably almost every day. I will try to do it again tomorrow. So around the same time, see if you guys can catch up and see if we can finish this challenge within 1 week. So today is Tuesday. Let's see if we can finish it before the weekend is over. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I will see you all again on the next one. Goodbye. Bye bye, and thank you for watching, guys. You guys are awesome. Bye bye. Bye bye.